Hey, my friends, it's Harry from Fight Dad. And I got this amazing question the other day from my friend James, who's based in Spain. So shout out to you, James, for a fucking awesome question. He said he's been investing a lot of time in this one particular student of his that he's been training for the last 3 years. It's been a lot of time and passion and focus, and a lot of James's heart and soul has gone into the progression of this student. He seems to be progressing really well. Then the other day, the student just said to James, yeah, I'm going to leave now and go to this other gym and try out boxing for a bit. And quite naturally, James is feeling a bit gutted about that and is wondering if there's any way to deal with that kind of situation, that kind of pain where it feels like there's 3 years of James's life like flushed down the toilet with this student and it's been all for nothing. And firstly, I want to say that it's a good thing you're feeling that way, because it means that you're passionate about your students and their progression. And if you didn't feel anything when some of your longer term students quit, then if you didn't feel anything, I think that would be bad, because it shows you don't give a shit about them. When quite clearly you do, because you're getting this feeling. The second thing I'm going to say is going to hurt a little bit, and I'm really sorry in advance, but every single student you ever have will leave you eventually. And it still hurts me when my students leave, especially the ones who have been with me for the longest time, because try as much as you can to remain professional and have a slightly separated relationship. When you spend that much time with someone, particularly in the venue of martial arts where you trust each other if you train together, and they certainly trust you as an instructor, then you can't help but develop a bond, a relationship with them. So this feeling is going to be inevitable. So some things, especially as it will be the first feeling that we feel, is that pain, that loss. Humans are designed to amplify the feeling of pain and loss. It's one of our survival mechanisms. So I'm pleased that's working for you too. So some things that could maybe make it feel a bit less worse as your second and third rounds of thoughts. Hopefully you realize that you're the observer of the thoughts, not the thinker of the thoughts, nor the doer of the actions. Okay, that's for another video. But so we have that initial feeling of pain and loss, and oh, this is all for waste. What are they doing? They're making a terrible choice. They're letting me down. This is all totally natural. Of course, we keep all these things inside our heads and don't necessarily let them out, apart from maybe to a trusted couple of people. The second thing we can do now is think about how has their journey alongside your journey affected them positively? Because the way I kind of see this is a bit of a visualization, is that I am the captain of my ship. The captain of my ship. That is just one ship on the river. The river's going in one direction, it's like time or whatever. And this is my ship, so I get to decide who I let onto the ship and the stuff that I allow to happen on this ship. So particularly in my martial arts school, I want to make sure that our culture is positive and helpful and uplifting. I'm the captain. It is inevitable that people only want to travel so far along this river on my ship. And whether they travel just for 1 hour, for 3 years, or 20 years on the same ship before they get off, as long as we have had a good journey together, regardless of the length, has been beneficial for both of us. And that, so far, is the best way I've come up with reducing the pain of this feeling of loss. So if you've given them a good experience for 3 years, which I have no doubt that you have, because you're a great guy, great instructor, and you obviously care about them, and they've stayed with you for 3 years, you've helped them grow and develop as a person, as a martial artist over this last 3 years. And the next step in their journey is maybe going to be something else. It doesn't mean that in the future they're not going to come back to you. They might do, and they might not. And either way, that's okay, because they're on their own journey. Maybe they're riding ships at the moment. Maybe they'll build their own ship in the future. But whatever happens to the future of their journey, it will be affected positively by the 3 years that they've spent with you. So anyway, there's no way of getting rid of that initial pain. It's completely natural. Apart from making yourself dead inside, but then, what would be the point in anything then, hey? There's no way of getting rid of that initial pain and keeping your passion for teaching them. Those two things go together. There's the price you pay for giving a shit and for getting so much joy out of their progression while they're with you. That's okay. But then to maybe reduce the pain a little bit, think that if I've helped them just for half an hour or an hour because they only showed up to one class, I've given them something positive, if I've improved their journey just a tiny bit, that's great. if I've helped them for 10 or 20 years, then that's fucking great as well, because they'll have helped me grow too. Okay, my friend, I hope that really helps you. Let me know any comments you have, any other ways you have viewing this video right now, dealing with this. Let me know down below. I'll see you soon. Oh, I must forget. Always remember that you're an absolute fucking star. So just shine when you can. Okay, Harry from Fight Dad.